So in one of my previous videos I mentioned that I was making a game, and well, I was, and I'm going to tell you all about it. But before I do, I just want to say thank you for 100 subscribers again. And yeah, we made it once again, and hopefully we're not going to go down with the YouTube unsub glitch, but I think we're alright. Anyways, let's get into the video. So the first thing I did was I created a new 3D project because I wanted to make a 3D game, and this is my first 3D game, so this is where everything begins. So the first thing I added was a floor or a ground, because duh, that's what we walk on, with a cool texture from ambientcg.com. Go check it out, it has a bunch of free textures. I then added a bean because all game developers know out there that when you make a first person shooter game, the first thing you need to do is use a bean as a player. So I gave the bean some physics, and I added some movement, which was incredibly hard at first because me making a 3D game with movement, because I had never made a 3D game with movement. So I just got some code from YouTubers and it now works. Maybe not. Okay, it now works better. And then I implemented speed while holding shift, and everything works well. And to make things look a lot prettier, I imported a galaxy sky look, which looks much better. And also with the galaxy I coded 2 cubes with a spinning asteroid type effect. Nice. Okay, so the point of this game is just me testing multiplayer and me making my very first 3D first person shooter, or first person perspective, however you want to say it. And yeah, that's it. So what do most 3D games have? A gun. So I modeled a quick 15-minute 9mm pistol with 10 bullets per magazine, and you can't have that in the real world, but it's my game and I can have it since it's technological and it's fake, it's virtual. So I imported it into the game, and dang, that is massive. So I scaled it down and positioned it into the first person perspective, and there were stretching errors and things that don't happen in the real world, I think. And I was struggling to fix it until I managed to fix it. Do you guys know what a gun does? If you didn't, then it shoots bullets and takes damage away from players. And since I didn't add multiplayer, I'll be using a cube with epic glasses as an enemy to test my gun, and the cube won't do anything because yes. Anyways, I made him pushable since he can't do anything, and he's completely physics based, which is pretty cool, and it's pretty funny to just, no, actually it's not that funny. It's fun to mess around, and yep, it's funny. Haha, ooh, haha, get you. Well, that's karma, I guess. And now for the gun, I need some muzzle flash, and if you don't know what muzzle flash is, it's basically the gunpowder and the smoke thingy and the yellow bang thingy when you shoot, and that's basically the bullet coming out of the barrel of the gun. And please don't ask how I know about guns, yeah? Anyways, I use Unity's inbuilt particle system, which is very helpful, and I had some working muzzle flash over here. I'll fix it later. And what is the main part of shooting? The bullets. So I implemented a sphere as a bullet, and when I try it, it's like a jet. Oh my god, look at this 1 FPS gameplay. Okay, I fixed the bullets and muzzle flash, and it would delete the enemy once its life reaches 0. Perfect. And yes, I'm going to fix everything later, okay? Alright, now it's time for my second weapon. So basically I have 4 weapons in mind, and the second weapon is a shotgun. And this is a 12 gauge 1887 Winchester level action shotgun. And don't ask again how I know this, but this was the same shotgun that was used in Terminator 2, which is sick because not only does it look good and it's powerful, but best part is the 360 spinny reload thingy. So I modeled it using Blender 3D, and I also replicated the color with no detail. Alright, I just used blocks and added color to it, and I think this looks pretty good. So I added it to the game, and it looks good, but there's usually, multiple bullets coming out per shot, But again, I'll do it later. But the thing I needed was a trail on the bullet, so I did, and I made it faster. So now it's time for my last gun in my mind, an F90 assault rifle, and I again molded it in Blender, and this part, which I think is a barrel of the gun, but I'm gonna call it hand holder. I added many circles to the hand holder, and it looks more futuristic, like a laser gun, which is fine I guess. But I got it working with fast bullets, fast fire rate, and changed the muzzle flash color. That's beautiful. So the last weapon is a melee weapon, like a melee attack, because most FPS games have melee weapons. So I modeled a just very quick knife with just 3 cubes that are morphed into shapes of a knife. We'll get back to that, but we are missing a very important physics part of shooting, recoil. And if you don't know what recoil is, it is basically just what makes your gun move up and down when you shoot, like real life. But you know, I haven't shot a gun before, so I don't know if I can tell if this is true, and I don't think it is legal to shoot a gun where I live, so I first made the screen shake when you shoot, and made a bad animation of the gun moving up when you shoot, which is good. Okay, back to the knife. So I added it into the project, and again, that is a big knife. Maybe I'll keep it, you know? Spoilers, I didn't keep it. Anyways, I made some nice animations and natural, and please don't look at behind the scenes footage. Anyways, I got a knife sound effect and I imported it, and it sounds pretty good right now. Okay, so the game right now is at a point where I have most of the mechanics done, but I need to polish it a little bit more. So I'm just gonna quick fire them right now. Number 1, I added an ammo counter at the bottom, and all guns have 10 bullets until you need to reload with this sick reload animation. I moved the text to the left with a bullet icon indicating that is for bullets. I added a health bar with each player getting 100 health, and changed the bullet trail color. Now that is pretty cool. My computer was on sleep mode one night, but the next day when I tried and turn it on, it wouldn't get out of sleep mode, so I had to shut it down, and stuff are corrupted and some stuff are not even there, like a knife, and there as well as a bunch of errors. So for all the game devs out there, don't be a dumb man like me and just save your work, okay? That's a lesson learned. Save your stuff. So time to get everything back. First, I had to redo the reload animation as well as the ammo counter, and then redo the health and respawn, as well as a knife animation and the attack, and everything I got back by the end of the day. Okay, so now that everything's back, it is time to make the main part of a game, the main menu. So I just made a really basic menu with basic buttons and basic stuff, and I used the asteroid spinny boy code to 4 cubes to make it look better. So anyways, I added a play button, an options button, and a quit button, and they all work perfectly. Alright, so the last thing I need to make is a map. So I made an arena with 4 walls and obstacles around it. Not really obstacles, but like just props around it. And it was my first time messing around with baked lights. Now to make this gameplay good, I added a jump pad with jump particles, and of course I used Unity's particle system. I made the graphics look a lot better by adding glow and reflections, and I added sound effects for the gunshot, reload, and jump pad, which is my favorite one is the jump pad one. It just sounds so nice. I mean, listen to this. Okay, so what I'm trying to test in this game is multiplayer. Well, time to test multiplayer, which is, you know, pretty painful, not gonna lie, if you're a game developer. So first I needed to create characters. So all I did was make the bean green. That's it. I added glass and stuff, but it interfered with the camera, so I just made it green. Oh, and for the music, I used my own song Creature. And for the menu, I added a paramedic equalizer effect to it, so it sounds funny, like under the water or something again. And the last polished thing I added in my game was a kill count on the top right. So I first created a lobby, which is where you can create and join servers using like, I create a server using, let's say I create a server called B, then I join a server called B, then the person that created B will be there as well. And I used the Photon engine to make the multiplayer. But little did I know, it was pretty painful and there were so many errors, like beans everywhere. I managed to get the multiplayer working, but like it's glitching out. Like I'm in first person, but that's me. The green thing is me. Like why is there just a green bean when that's me? Like something's happening. Different like, camera perspective, out, like, your weapons and bullets can be seen to other people when you shoot. And yeah, I'm fricked. So I'm just not gonna work on this anymore. I mean, I had fun testing multiplayer on a 3D game, but yeah, maybe I'll just turn it into a single player, but for now, no multiplayer. I will make and release games. Like this game was not a release, it was just me testing stuff and sharing experiences. But next time I'll probably, or maybe I will, like make and release games like a proper devlog. Anyways, that's it. And it's me getting started for this game dev journey. Anyways, bye.